Check it out. If you didn't see my Instagram or my Facebook or anything because you don't follow me on social media, do it, for one. But check it out. I finally... Molly, you're rude. No, but for real, check it out. I finally found a 4-leaf clover for the first time in my 27 years on Earth. I have never, ever, 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 times a million, jillion, trillion, cadillion times, have I ever found a 4-leaf clover ever on my own. Sure, like my uncle, my cousins, my grandma, my best friends, at some point they've all found their own 4-leaf clover, and I was always there to witness them finding it, but I myself have never found one, and I double checked this one. These are all each individual. This one's not broken, this one's not broken, like they're all their own thing, and so I felt incredibly lucky. In fact, I had blogged on my Facebook saying, hey, have you ever looked in a clover patch and then thought to yourself, I'm gonna find me a 4-leaf clover? And to be honest, I've been looking for 4 days, but I made that video this morning, and then what did I do on Molly's second walk of the day? I went out, I looked down at just the right freaking area, and I found this bad boy. I don't know where the hell that stopped off at in my dream, so I'm gonna be kind of pissed. There's this boy, and he asks me what I need. I ask if he's available for me to shoot a movie, and he says yes. He goes through a door. He comes down. There's another guy who's balding, who only has hair like right here, so all this is like bare, and he's coming out and he's hiding something in his jacket. He looks mischievous, comes off, but the other guy that I just asked to do a movie for, or asked to do a movie for me, comes out and he's like, you know, how may I help you? But then there's a guard standing next to the table like, hey, I just got word that you were stealing something out of this place. I need you to come with me. And he's already like set up or whatever. But he stays consistent throughout the dream, and that's a rarity for me. Rarely do I have one person stay consistent with me throughout an entire dream, whether or not I know them. Okay, like very rarely is like a full dream about like a family member or my lover or whomever, you know, it's very rare for it to happen. So the fact that this guy who I don't know was through it all the time, and there was like beginning, building, climax, resolution, and an end, you know, that kind of didn't make any sense. But for me, the movie came together and it was in order, and it was weird, and it only deviated maybe twice. Like when I say deviated, I mean like there was a weird thing that probably didn't really tie into the show, into the movie very well, and then another thing that was more related to my grandpa, and then like one last little tidbit that had to do with ruins, like buildings that were crumbling down, but otherwise it was all there. Like and the same bad guy, you know, the one creating conflict in this movie, he was consistent the entire time too, and he popped up about 5 different times. So I'm over here more than anything just freaked out that a dream came together and made sense in my head, and I didn't have to wake up and think too hard about it. In fact, the more I thought about it, the more I remembered, and I was like ding 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 ding, like it just, fireworks and light bulbs were going off at the exact same time, and I was just blown away that it finally worked like that. So anyway, let me take my shower, let me get dressed into my jammies, because I am rocking my Yuri on Ice shirt, you know, and I will come back and tell you guys another quick story. Okay, so this might be the quickest version of the story that I can possibly tell, because I've literally re-recorded this about 58 times because my camera keeps giving me issues. So anyway, long story short, this is a story about karma. Slightly longer story. It started off with my fiance trying something incredibly salty. So let's start here. About last year when Juan and I started dating, I had a bad dream where he took me, or he was supposed to take me to Oceans of Fun, and instead he took his 2 golfing buddies, and I woke up crying and was really upset about it, and he felt bad even though it was just a dream. Fast forward a few, like 2 weeks, he went and actually bought me tickets and took me to Worlds of Fun and oceans with fun, and so I got to have an awesome day there on the premise that we were supposed to go and get sushi. So at the end of the day, we actually did go and get sushi. After dinner, we then end up getting drinks. He sees a drink on the menu that's supposed to be like cherry blossom inspired with like sugar on the bottom and some like pink liqueur on top, and it was called the Samurai, and it was really pretty or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool, give it a try. So he thinks with all the white at the bottom, that's the sugar. He stirs it up really, really, really hard, and then he just takes a really big gulp out of it with his straw, and I swear I wish I could reenact to you the just amount of how back his face pushed into his head. I can't do it, but I was laughing hysterically. I fell out of my chair twice. But he was like, there's something wrong with the drink, and he swallowed it. Okay, he swallowed it, and I was like, what's wrong? And so I tried it, and I was like, oh man, that's pure salt, what the heck? And then the lady who made it for him came out like, oh sir, don't drink that. Oh no, I'm so sorry, in the back we have the salt and sugar next to each other, and the salt was turned around. I thought it was the sugar, I wasn't looking, I'm so sorry, let me make you a new one, it's on the house. And him and I are just laughing hysterically because we understand what was going on, but it was like traumatizing in a way because you can't just gulp a mouthful of salt like that. Anyway, so she makes him a new one, and it's fine. And but that's now our inside joke. It's called the Samurai. Now fast forward to about 2 weeks ago, where the karma came to bit me in the butt because. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, Juan had to work from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., but he actually didn't get home until 8 a.m. When he told me he was on his way home, I started his breakfast with just like a pot of coffee, eggs with serrano peppers, tomatoes, onions, bacon, and the works and stuff. And so when he got home, I served him, and I grabbed a cup of coffee for myself, and I sat down and I put my feet up, and then I let him vent about his night. And then I tried out some of my coffee, and it was the most bitter thing I had tasted in my entire life. It made my head fling back, and I swallowed it, and it was nasty. And then Juan was like, what's wrong? And I'm like, I think there's something terrible with my coffee. I think maybe the creamer is bad, or maybe it's soapy and it didn't get washed off right in the dishwasher. I was like, is your coffee okay? And he's like, yeah, mine's perfect, don't worry about it. But no, mine had some kind of icky bitterness. Come to find out, it was because I spray my cat with anti-biting chew spray. It tastes like bitter cherry or whatever, and it's to get him to stop chewing on the sofa, and I kept spraying her, but because she was trying to gnaw on the kitchen table, I sprayed it, not thinking that it was landing into my saucers, and then, on top of that's my coffee cup face down. So then when I flipped it over, I poured the coffee in, and then boom, I'm drinking the bitter juice. So it was just like, oh my god, this is ridiculous. I really got myself so terrible. So that's strike one. But then I'm sitting here with a new cup of coffee. I haven't drank it yet because it's still piping hot, and I'm sitting there, and because it's summertime, allergies are running rampant. I'm over here like itching my nose, and then my nose starts burning really bad for some reason. And then I remembered, and then I went like this and like rubbed the inside of my eye, and then that started burning like crazy. And as I'm running to the bathroom trying to wash my eyes out, splashing water covering my entire eye at this point, as I'm remembering this, I'm like, damn it, I was chopping serrano peppers, and I went like this to scrape it off into the frying pan. And I have serrano juice in my eyeball. Oh my god. And I'm flipping out, and after all said and done, I'm sitting down. I got another pot of coffee, cup of coffee, excuse me. My eye and my nose stopped burning, and then Molly decided it's time for one of her fits, and she comes up and plops her butt down right next to my coffee cup, but then her tail, which is being like this because she's in heat and stuff, it just goes bloop right into my coffee cup. So I went through exactly 2 cups of coffee in less than 10 minutes, and I had serrano juice in my eyeball. And that is the story of how karma became bitter salty. So, oh, good gravy. Sweet, in under 4 minutes. Oh my god, it's just now hitting 3 minutes. I was hoping to get that damn story down for the longest time. It took me 4 tries tonight alone. My goodness, and I'm so sleepy because it's like midnight and I haven't been up this late in a minute. Seriously guys, this is the best creation to mankind. Get yourself a litter pan with a top so that they can use it. They step on this thing, the pebbles go inside, they jump off, and then you don't have any more pebbles. Like, this used to be a starscape because of how hectic and crazy the amount of pebbles, and I'd have to broom every day. Love you. Love you. What are you doing? You smell the flowers on me? Anyone who knows me knows that my favorite thing in the whole wide world is thunderstorms. Like, it's lightning, it's showering a little bit, you can kind of hear it hitting all of my little plants. You can't see them because it's dark. Right there. That's my strawberry plant. I have yet to name her. Anyway, look at how pretty it is out here. Ooh, it's lightning. Ooh. Guys, when I say I'm excited about thunderstorms, I couldn't tell you anything more real. Check that shit out. Look at this beautiful landscape. And you can't even see it on the phone, but there's a little area. Ooh, and look at it, it's all lightning over there. This is like my favorite part. It's when it starts lightning. Oh no, I gotta be swimming around because Molly is... Watch, it'll start. Give me a second. Anyway, hey, look at this. I got strawberries on my strawberry plant. Isn't that amazing? I cheated, that's how I bought them. Hey y'all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and then come back and see me on one of my next vlogs, because we're tired up in this joint. It's 3 AM and I'm doing everything last minute because I'm just really tired. Thanks. See you soon.